Have you seen a boss enforce a rule so strictly that it turned into a gift for you? For most of my professional life, I worked in IT, even though I earned my degree in a different field. My favorite job came about 15 years ago when I landed a position at a small bank headquarters. My days were spent writing SQL queries, solving problems, and enjoying a quiet office just a short walk from home. The hours were steady, the pay was good, and the work kept me engaged. It felt like I had found the perfect balance between career and personal life. Then, the financial crisis hit. Our small bank was bought by a larger one, and almost overnight the job changed. Instead of thoughtful analysis, we spent our days rushing through data transfers, connecting systems, and pushing through deadlines. Employers across the country had stopped respecting schedules altogether. With unemployment at 25%, refusing unpaid extra hours meant risking your job. Still, I stayed. I told myself stability mattered. Then an even bigger bank bought the one I worked for. The hours stretched even longer, and the pressure grew heavier. But right around that time, I became a father. I didn't want to uproot my family, so I endured the changes and kept going. It felt like the safest choice. Eventually, the bank finished merging all the systems and shut down our headquarters. Every employee had two options: relocate 2,000 miles away to the new headquarters or take a position at a local branch. I chose the branch, hoping it would allow us to stay closer to home. But the branch they assigned me to was on an island 100 miles away. With job security uncertain everywhere else, we made the move. Life at the branch was completely different. Customers still came in with everyday banking needs, but we were expected to treat every interaction like a sales opportunity. A simple deposit had to be paired with a savings product. A credit inquiry had to come with additional services. Our contract said we worked from 8 to 3, but the branch was busy until closing, and staying late became routine. None of those hours were ever paid. In the beginning, I struggled. Sales did not come naturally to me, but constant pressure changes people. I improved, eventually becoming the top performer in the branch and one of the best in the region. I began training others, which came with even more hours. Outwardly, it looked like success. Privately, I felt myself slipping. I missed time with my family, especially with my child needing extra care. I began waking up exhausted and going to sleep even more exhausted. I knew something had to change. Then finally, an opportunity appeared. The bank launched a voluntary redundancy program with an excellent severance package. They expected older employees to take it, especially those nearing retirement. I wasn't even 40, but I signed up without hesitation. My manager, Sophia, was shocked. She insisted I was making a mistake, but my mind was already made up. I informed her I would be leaving at the end of September. With my unused vacation days, I only needed to work until the end of the first week of the month. But since we were moving back to the mainland and my child was starting a new school, I asked if I could take the final week off, even without pay. Sophia refused immediately. She said I was required to work until my very last scheduled day. So the next morning, I left at 3 o'clock sharp. No extra hours, no staying late, no pushing to meet targets. After a week, Sophia called me in. She said the whole branch was struggling because I wasn't staying late anymore. I reminded her kindly that if she insisted I work every minute until the end, then I would only work the minutes I was legally required to work. A few days later, my wife realized something important. In our country, employees receive paid days off when they move houses. 1 day for any move, 2 days if the move covers more than 50 miles. We were moving more than 100. On top of that, the bank had a policy allowing employees to add 3 paid days to any approved leave. That meant I was entitled to 5 paid days right before my contract ended. I applied for those days directly through headquarters. Sophia called me in again after she received the request. She said HQ told her I wasn't eligible because I was leaving the company, but she had spoken on my behalf and could offer me the week unpaid if I promised to put in more effort until then. I contacted a friend in HR who had transferred to the main headquarters. She responded quickly. Sophia's explanation wasn't accurate. I had full rights to the leave. I walked back into Sophia's office and let her know what HR had confirmed. From that moment until my last day on August 31st, I left at 3 with a clear mind. I got that week fully paid and avoided the 50+ unpaid hours I would have given if she had simply agreed in the first place.